Hey family, what's going on? This is your boy Bill on a budget. Hey, I'm out here on the grind this morning, trying to get a few things done. Trying to get a few things done this morning on old Big Bertha. We back on her today, and what I'm gonna do is trying to get this stuff set up so I can show it to you. Y'all see the little mat that I got right here? It's that old like kill mat sound deadener. Well, what I'm doing is, y'all see old Big Bertha sitting up in here. I'm actually is putting some inside the doors. I'm not gonna completely line the doors, but I'm trying to get the doors from having, you see that? It takes away that old hollow sound. See, here go a door that don't have it. You hear that boom? Hear the echo? And so, I got all the stuff cleaned out of the bed, and I'm gonna go this morning get me a new air filter. Both of them. I'll show them to you in a minute. But here's one of the doors here. I already got one piece in right here, and I'm finna stick the other piece in right there. Let me go over here and cut this other piece, and then I come back and we'll get it inside of this door. See, that's it here, and it's real simple. I'm just gonna peel back a little bit of it so I can get it inside of the door, get it positioned. And it don't have to be perfect. You just want to have it as straight as you can get it. And I know I'm all in y'all way, but once you get it started, then you can reach back there and pull the paper off of it. Once you get the paper off, then you can come in here and it foams real good to whatever you're putting it on. And being that it's a nice hot day, it just goes in real good. Like I said, you don't have to worry about lining the whole door. All you want is just a little bit inside of the door. Let's see if it makes a difference. You hear that? Now watch this one here. You hear it? It had that little, now, this one here gonna be a little bit harder to get to, but I can manage it. I make that happen. So I'ma do as much. I might not get it all done today, but I'ma do as much of this truck as I can. I'ma probably do all up over here before I ever put the headliner in it. And of course, I'ma do the floors, but even if I don't do the whole thing, I'ma put enough up there, you know, just to kind of help it take the tin can sound out of it. I drove it pretty good last night, man. Big Bertha really ride good on the highway for 1 ton. the gear ratio, I don't know, that monkey probably got some 4-something gears in it. She get up there about 60, 65. You know, with me being an overdrive man, I don't even really like to push it too much farther than that. But maybe as I drive it more and I get used to the way the engine sound as a 3-speed transmission, it might not be as bad as it sounds, but I'm judging it because everything I got overdrive in it except this truck here. And so it's some getting used to it, but it handles in the road real good. It steers, it brakes, it don't drift, and I haven't even had it lined up. So I'm impressed with that, but I'm just beginning. You know, this is the shakedown. So today, I'm gonna put a new thermostat in it because I never replaced that. Probably gonna put a 160 in it. I need to put an air filter and that other little filter that comes off of the breather that go into the air cleaner. I'm gonna replace that. I had a fuel line issue when this truck wouldn't run. The line was clogged up, and so it kind of messed up a little bit on me yesterday, and I pulled that filter out. It was sort of dirty, but then when I drove it, it ran good, but on the way home, it started flooding a little bit, like it might have got some trash in it. So I'm gonna put a new filter in it first and drive it. I need to take the carburetor apart, but you know, I'm getting to that. All of this is shakedown, man. You got to do this stuff when you build one, the extent that I built this truck, and figure it out as you go and fix it. I'm gonna be looking to start trying to put some color on my door panels. Hey, I'm working on it, man. Get my dash, you know, dyed out right, and we going for it. So y'all stick with this video, and I'm gonna get some work done today. It's supposed to be about 73 degrees, so I need to be all about business. So hey, let me. Oh yeah, I need to put some grease in my rear end. It's supposed to go all the way up, I guess, to the field cap and start running out. I noticed that it wasn't doing that. So I got a lot I got to do, and I'm gonna get some stuff done today and maybe get some stuff cleaned up around the compound. So y'all stay tuned, and I turn y'all back on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back uptown now, and famous big box stores, and I done run across some of my subscribers. Hey, tell the people who you is, man.
Hey, my name is Sean Seymour. All I can say is Big Bertha is on the way to run to the sun.
Is she gonna go?
3 weeks ago, this truck was in the yard, no bed, the doors was off, the dash was out. Now it's at the store, uptown in the parking lot.
And when I hit that key, what it do?
Fired right up.
Did she fire up on the?
Fire right up.
Right up.
Hey, so what you say you watch the channel every day now?
Every day.
Yep.
I'm finna look in here and see if it got room for me to hop back in here so I can run to the sun.
Cause we know your truck ain't gonna go. Did you get your room yet?
My wife working on my room as we speak.
So you going?
This gonna make me go. I thought about it, but what I seen, the transformation, with this in a month, I got to go.
Now,
I got to go.
tell the boys how long you been knowing Built on a Budget.
I've been knowing Built on a Budget since 1997.
And have he put some stuff together?
A lot of stuff.
Do we know what he doing?
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Tell him
He
again.
knows what he's doing.
Hey,
I work with that man. He wouldn't even eat lunch. He was going to the junkyard on his lunch break looking for a little part. It might not be but that big, but it was a valuable piece that he needed for his truck.
Hey, but listen, man.
Man, I can't believe this truck looks like this. This thing was all the pieces, man. Now it's uptown.
Hey,
All fours be on the lookout for Big Bertha.
Yes, sir. Hey, now that's a sleeper right there.
Go, let's go.
That's a sleeper.
I can't believe it. It's uptight.
Hey, you can't believe it, man. Let me.
This thing with all the pieces of morning though. It bumped up and back down.
Simo, I'm gonna be eating chicken on my way to run to the sun, me and mama.
I believe it. She go.
She
I
go?
was in doubt.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to introduce to y'all, believe it or not, a naysayer. Say you was what?
I was in doubt.
How were you in doubt?
I was in doubt because of the timing.
But Simo,
But I forgot who I was dealing with.
as long as you know me, you had in it. And look, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guy that want to take his truck. And what you want to do with your
I'm gonna load my truck.
Who gonna load?
You. Cause I'm coming to run to the sun too with my truck one day.
Hey, but look, man, I'm glad, man.
Man, this look good, man.
That's a good thing, man. Listen, I've been knowing this joker, man, when he was about 90 pounds. Add about 100 on that. He done got fat, but sometimes being fat is a good thing. If you fat, don't let nobody punk you out. Cause see, if you was smoking that crack, you wouldn't be fat. So you tell the guy, one thing y'all know, I ain't on that powder or none, and I don't have that high booster, so I'm good. But yeah, like I told y'all, I had to come out, man. I went to an auto parts store to get a quart of transmission fluid. Almost $13. I come here, $8.99. You got to let off the key, man. You holding the key too long. This man trying to turn my starter on.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Run this good.
Walmart, $6.88. Now that's a big disparity between three stores. And the only reason why I didn't go to Walmart can lock down, they ain't big enough for Big Bertha, you know what I'm saying? I'd had to park over there at Harbor Freight and walk with this big old joker, man. So look, I just wanted to let y'all guys hear the opinion of one of my old faithful subscribers. If you're in the Sanford area, man, and you need somebody to cut your grass, that's who he is. He ain't got no phone. I guess you got to look him up some kind of way. Hey, how can somebody get up with you, man? They need some lawn work.
They can reach me at 919-842-7906.
And what type of work you do?
Landscaping, full install, mowing, full install, sod, trees, whatever you need.
Y'all heard
Great.
from the man, and y'all heard that from the man. And so look, I'm gonna get to the house cause I got a little work to do. But yeah, they showed up. They pulled up on. Oh, I'm showing y'all need to see me. I'm built on the budget, not him. I need to get to the house, man, and get some work done. But I just had to come out, man, and get me some filters and some oil for my rear end and all of that other good stuff. I'm buttoning Big Bertha down, y'all. I'm doing the fine tuning to make her on the road. I'm gonna do a little welding today, but I got to do a little fine tuning for the mechanical side of this thing. As y'all heard it from the man, he got confidence now. He used to be a non-believer, but he has been converted, oh glory, to a believer built on the budget. So let me turn y'all back on, man, when I get back to this house. Okay, family, built back at the house. I got a lot of things I got to do today. I guess y'all get tired of hearing me say it. Say, Bill, just go on and do the stuff, man. Quit talking about it. But yeah, I had a pretty good little ride out today with Bertha. She run pretty good on the road. I still think I got a little trash in my carburetor. So at some point today, I'm gonna pull it off and I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna go in it and clean it up and put a couple of pieces in it. It ain't really a lot you put in a quadrijet, but I need to go in it, man. But while I was out, I bit the bullet. I wasn't gonna even show y'all this. I was just gonna do it, but what the heck, man, I'll show y'all everything else. Okay, y'all remember that dashboard, right? Used to be brown. They said, Bill, it still is brown from what I can see. Yeah, you right. Sorta. It's sorta brown. But what I'm doing is using this stuff right here. This is the color. It pretty much matches the interior of my truck. I got a long way to go. But, you know, in doing this, you really need to put what we call a piss coat. Just a little tack coat on it. Let it tack and flash. And then come back and put another little light coat. Don't try to get it heavy on your first coat. Did some reading up on this stuff. And a lot of people say, yeah, you got to use that adhesive promoter. Okay, I heard that. And I seen one guy say, clean it with some acetone. And I like that. So I cleaned it up real good, got a lot of dirt off of it. Matter of fact, it even started stripping some of the old brown off of it. But I did that, and I'm gonna see what it's gonna do. I just want to show this to y'all, and then we'll see what it looked like in the evening. Out of all days of the week, it decided that it wanted to get a little windy out here. But I'm gonna do it anyway. That's what I do. Okay. Last night when I was driving Bertha, I noticed that Bertha was running around 210. Anybody ought to know, for a big block Chevy, 210 ain't that good for an old motor. So I bought me a new thermostat, which, all honesty, I never changed it. I knew I was. Excuse me. I got to put new belts on it. I still need to change that power steering pump, and I got it. So there are some things I haven't done yet, and that was one of them, and it had a little leak. But she was running around 210, and it stayed there. But I was saying to myself, it ain't never dropping down. So whenever I took the thermostat housing off, you could see that the water was flowing up through it, which means that it was stuck open. And when the radiator thermostat is stuck open, really what the thermostat is the door between the outside of the house, which is the radiator, and the inside of the house, which is the motor. You know how y'all tell y'all children, shut that door, letting this heat out. Well, that's what the thermostat do. This thermostat, it closes and keep the heat in the house, which is the motor. And it allows the motor to warm up to a preferred temperature that the thermostat is set at. It allows you to have good hot heat and all of the above. When you go outside the house, which is the radiator, it take that hot air and water temperature from the motor and it cools it off in the radiator. That's why the fan sucks air through the radiator. It blows on the motor, help maintains the temperature, but it cools the water, the hot water from the motor, it cools it off in the radiator. And so That's why when you shut the door, the heat stay in the house, and outside the radiator gets cool. Once that motor reaches the temperature of the thermostat, your little son or your little daughter will come and open up the door and let the heat out. And it'll run into the radiator and it'll exchange places with your cold water from the radiator, and that makes you run an even temperature. When the thermostat is stuck on open, that means the water outside in the radiator is hot, the water inside the motor is hot, and it's just constantly circulating without a door, which is the thermostat, to maintain the outside from the inside. And so that's where you get the temperature that is abnormal, like 210. The radiator's working. That's why it only got the 210. If the radiator wasn't no good, it would have run hot. It would have boiled over. And if I was stuck in traffic, it could have did that anyway. Now, a lot of times when y'all guys putting water in your motors for the first time, you got to understand the inside of the house, which is the motor, got to be full of water. The outside of the house, which is the radiator, got to be full of water. And what you do a lot of times, you fill the radiator up with water, right? And you good. When that thermostat opens, then the water in the radiator goes into the motor. What's in the radiator now? Nothing. So you don't have no cold water to transfer with the water in the motor, and you think you good because you filled the radiator all the way up. Well, when that thermostat opened, it sucked all of that water out and went right into the motor, and now you got a bunch of air, and you finna have some heating problems. So that's why you got to let it burp. You know how you lay that baby on your shoulder after you feed it that water, and you make it go, it burps the air out. So now you got a full system, in and out. The motor, the radiator, all of that is full of water, and now the exchange takes place. And if you do it right, you can go years if you don't have a leak without even worrying about that. It's self-sufficient. It would take care of itself. But you just got to know that it's doing it. So I'm going to show y'all my little new thermostat in a minute. Now, y'all look at that. It's coming along, ain't it? That's about 3 coats. That's about 3 coats. Look pretty darn good to me. I think another dab would do me. You know, because it's got some spots, some high spots, which is a little darker. But I'm going to let it dry out a little bit more. I mean, if you look down in here, I need to come back and spray it a little heavier now. See, I can go a little heavier because I got a good tack coat to work with. But because I got so many coats on it, now I got to let it flash off. Flash off? Flash? What you mean, Bill? Flash? Like a boom flash from the end of a gun? Yeah, something like that. What I mean about flashing is inside of this paint is a chemical reaction, and it got solvents in it, which makes the paint flow good. Well, what them solvents got to do is they got to evaporate. Once you spray them on, they got to evaporate off and under the paint, and it's a process. And it's a time frame somewhere between 10, 15 minutes, give or take, depending on your product. Some take longer, depending on how heavy. But that solvent is going to come out. And you need to let it come out on its own. Because what happens is, whenever you paint over the top of paint that have not flashed, guess what? That solvent says, get me out of here. And it's going to come out in little bitty air bubbles. And that's what you call fish eyes. You look at a fish eye on a car. And what it is those little solvent bubbles evaporating and they popping through that top coat and they leaving a little dent like a pimple in your face. And that's ugly. And now you got to go sand it all back down. So what you don't want to do is, you don't want to wait. You don't want to top coat too fast. You want to give that solvent time to come off. They say when you're painting and you got on gloves and you got like overspray on the tape and the paper that you got your car taped up with, they say if you take your gloves and dip your hands in it and it don't transfer onto your gloves, then that you pretty close. I'm not a paint expert, man. You have to ask those painters that's watching my channel who nerves are toe up, matter of fact, about right now. I know y'all nerves are toe up. Bill didn't do it right. He should have did this. He should have did that. But Bill, he don't do stuff right. That truck gonna fall apart the way that boy building it. Well, okay, but that's what I done. They know more about flashing than I do, man. But what I do know is this stuff is higher than a Cuda Brown. It really is. Very expensive. And at the rate that it's going, it might take a whole can per door panel. I got 4 door panels at nearly $30. Do the math. $30. Take the zero off for those that don't do math that good and just say 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So now you got 12. Now add the 0 that you took off back on the end of that 12 and what you got? 120. And then you put Uncle Sam feet on top of that. 7% taxes. They make it hard for a budget man out here. But I tell you what, go buy one of these that's already pretty. And if you got an old one, this one's gonna take me about $30 worth of paint to make it look new. Go price one at LMC, Summit Racing, whoever got one, price one. And then come back and look at yours. You wouldn't mind spending $30. Now, I found a couple of better deals on Amazon, but I got to dig into it a little bit more. But tell me, y'all, what y'all think, man? Is it coming? It's looking pretty darn spiffy, Bo. It looks better. It looks better than that, what I got. But I'm going to put one more coat on it, and then I'm going to do like an old man told me. Let me tell y'all something. This is what an old man told me. He said, get around here where I can see good. Don't I look better like that? This is what he said. Now that look good, don't it? And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it look better, right? He say, leave do better alone. Do you get it? It looks good now. I want to spray one more coat. I want to make it look better. He said, leave do better alone. In other words, when you're trying to do better, that's usually when you mess up. So, I'm going to put one more coat on it. You ever shot a segment? All of y'all YouTubers you content makers, you ever shot a whole segment and realize your camera won't even on? Built just did that, man. So I'ma shoot it again. What I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was my thermostat. Okay, when you install your thermostat, right? You see that groove right there? Right in there? That's designed for the thermostat to sit down in, right? And when you install that thermostat, it got to go in with the spring down. I seen them in there upside down because it'll fit. And then you wonder why your stuff overheating. And man, I put a thermostat in it. And once you take that housing off, the thermostat is in it upside down. Now, when I took this original thermostat housing off, it was shooting water up through here, which means that thermostat was stuck in the default open, allowing it to let water flow through, but it won't really, it was overheating. So normally I permatex my gasket, but a good gasket is supposed to seal, and permatex is really there to hold it. I mean, a lot of people believe in the permatex, but if the gasket is any good, it's supposed to seal it, and you put the permatex on it to hold it in place. But on this one here, I'm not gonna put it in there. And I got some. Y'all remember all of this stuff I put on? I bought permatex, but I ain't gonna go get it. I don't want it on my finger, man. I got paint on it already. I don't want no permatex on it. So let me put that on there right quick. Always remember, put your thermostat in first, and then put your gasket down over the top of it. That's why that little groove is cut in the intake, so the thermostat was set below flush, and the gasket will sit flush and seal both of the sections. So let me see if I can't get this thing turned back on. Okay, I got it all back down there. Now, there is a torque specification for those boats on those thermostat housing, and my torque specifications is tight. Make it tight. Now, you might be anal and you got to know it. Google it, it'll tell you. But listen, you remember when your grandma make cakes? There's a recipe for that cake. But her recipe is a pinch of this, a pinch of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. And it'd be some of the best cakes in the world. Is when you go with all them old recipes, the first thing you got to ask when you start biting in one of them, got milk, because the boogers be dry. So yeah, my torque specifications for them boats is tight. Understand? You done put enough of them in there, you know what tight is. My jaw, there go that built on the budget, turn my nerves up now. Talking about tight. Teaching these guys, man, the wrong way. Okay, tight. That's how you doing. Look, let's do something here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. What y'all think? I'm gonna try something else. Hold on. Tell me what you think. Boom, boom. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me that you like it. Yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, tell me, tell me, tell me. What y'all think? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like it. It's got to dry on out. It looks about like the color on that dashboard, but who really knows? Out in the sunlight, it got a little more orange flavor to it, but I think that's what, I don't know. It's what I got. Y'all like that? It took me $30 to transform that dash from one color to another, and I think it looked pretty darn good. Hey, listen, family. It's getting hot out here, man. To my up north friends. Hey, family. How y'all doing up there? It's your boy down here in North Kakalaki, representing y'all up there. The North. We the North. Y'all doing all right? Appreciate y'all guys, man, for hanging out with Built on the Budget on this nice day. I hope y'all weather is as pleasant as mine, because it's nice as a cooler brown down here. My daddy say I drink to that. I'm gonna show y'all how to change this thing here out. You notice at the moment I don't have an overdrive, right? So I want to put the one in there that just got 1, 2, and drive, neutral, reverse, and park. I want to put that in there. So I'm gonna show y'all guys how to do that. It's gonna be another video. And I'm trying to get this thing. I thought I had a good stem where I'm at. Hold up. Uh-oh, bump. The horn worked. I thought I had a good stem for when you go. See that thing that move? But the stem is broke. And I got to do a little bit of bending right there. But I'm gonna show y'all that in another video. Alright. When you're changing your filters and stuff, don't forget, you know, you got your air filter, and then you got this little bitty filter. Some of you probably don't even know where that filter go, but I'm gonna show you. And then you got your fuel filter. You want to make sure that you change that stuff. But this is where this one go. It actually plugs in like that, and the fuel filter goes up in here. But this piece goes inside of the breather like that. Okay? But I gotta clean that up. I don't want to put my new stuff. You don't want to put new wine in old wine skins, because they'll bust. But yeah, I'm gonna get that right. But I'm gonna pull that carburetor off and turn into it in a little bit. I don't know. Do y'all want to see that? This video already long. Yeah, I might need to do that for tomorrow. Y'all be done went to sleep on Built on the Budget. You know you're gonna get it later on this afternoon, and then y'all won't even look at it. Let me show you. Now, y'all see, I painted that dashboard right out here in the elements. Matter of fact, right beside my car right there. So, for all of y'all guys that want to be like built on the budget, when I say be like built on the budget, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the theme built on the budget where you're doing your own thing. That just go to show you, man, you don't have to have all of that stuff. If you got it, that's nice. You know, if you got it, that's nice. But if you ain't got it, it don't mean you can't do what you want to do. You know, so my next task at hand is going to be that joker right there. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. I got to take it all the way apart. See that can of acetone, clean strip, $19.99 at Walmart, at Lowe's, right? See how that can bent? Got a little bitty pinhole right there. Okay, I didn't show it to you. Right there, a little bitty pinhole. Cause the can got bent. That's built on the budget there. And I tried to get one that won't bent. They just didn't have no more. So let me see if it'll try to, I'm gonna try to clean some of that with it. See what it'll do. Hey, how about every tab broke? Every last one. Ain't that nothing? But I can fix it. Now, let me share something with y'all guys. The stain is still there. But it ain't the stain that you got to be worried about. It's the oil that will be in it. And the way that that acetone went in there, and you can see it working, it got that oil out of there. Now, I'm going to take my scuff pad, and I'm going to scuff up here at the top a little bit, try to just clean it up. You know, so there is an option for this. If anybody want to know what that option is, LMC trucks. LMC. Oh my God. LMC. Oh my God. Yeah, they proud of them. I'm gonna make that work. I'm gonna go get me another can of paint, and I'm gonna make that work. So, cause I like that design that's in there, and it wouldn't be so bad if I didn't need 4 of them. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm working on some stuff. Oh, come back! Wind blowing. I told y'all, I'm working on some stuff, man. Trying to figure out how I can create some t-shirts, man, that I can offer to my subscribers that will be affordable. Everything is expensive. And to be honest with you, man, I don't even know if it's a venture that I even want to take on, because when you start looking at all of the variables, is it worth it? I don't know. One thing Built don't want to do is have a whole bunch of boxes of t-shirts and stuff, you know, just to say, hey, I got some t-shirts, y'all. I don't know. You think about it. I got half the people watching my channel ain't even subscribed. So if they ain't subscribed, what's the likelihood they'll buy a t-shirt? You understand? And I heard a lot of y'all say, hey man, let me know when you get some merchandise. I want some merchandise. And all of that's good. But when you look at the cost associated with providing merchandise that 10, 20 people might buy, is that cost effective? I mean, really? So, I don't know, family. Unless something come up that I can produce a t-shirt and be able to make it worth my while. I don't want to have $12 for a t-shirt, $12 in a t-shirt, and sell it for $12. I ain't built like that, man. I mean, I'd rather let me make it plain for those people that don't know me. I'd rather not even do it, cause it ain't really about the money. But I don't wanna pay to give away t-shirts. You understand? I'd rather spend that money somewhere else. So I may do a few things. I may even have some exclusives, which means it might be just a few. I don't know. You got any wisdom on that? Put it in the comments, man. I got a team of people. I got my team working on it, trying to come up with something that's gonna make it cost effective enough that it'll be worth my while. You talking about shipping and handling? It costs 70 cents to mail a letter. 70 cents to mail a letter. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But what would it cost for a t-shirt? So if I sold you a $25 t-shirt and then it costs $6 to ship it, y'all understand where I'm coming from. So I'm working on some things, but one thing I do know, Bill gonna have one. But we'll see it. We'll see it. Let me see what this video is, man. I need to chop this one on up and send it on off.